presentation of the NBA.
We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. Two Western teams have run the gauntlet. Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Houston, they were able to prevent going to 7 in the last one. We'll see how they establish themselves tonight.
And well, other than Game 7, I think Game 1 is the most important game of the series. For them as a home team, especially, lose this game, and then there goes home court advantage.
I don't see that happening, though. I mean, I just can't see it. Listen to this crowd. I mean, they don't want to let them down, so I can't see them losing this game. The atmosphere is electric, and that's going to play to their advantage here.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. They've got Richardson and Abogu out there with Anderson. And there's Davis, and it's Rozier in at the point guard position. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Seattle on defense. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
Coach said he knows the onus is on them to win tonight. He said it's the opening game of the series at home. He added, our opponent is playing without pressure. Pressure is with us to hold up home court advantage. But we do feel we're in a good place as a team, and we should be up to the challenge. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Rozier. Richardson the pass to Anabogu. The feed now to Davis. Davis sets a screen. Pass to Richardson. To the paint. It's tipped. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here's Houston. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Up top, Capella. He's guarded by Davis. Capella sets a screen for Gay. Off the pick. That's short off the rim.
Has to be disappointing seeing him miss that one, Kevin. I mean, the defense wasn't bad, but still, I think he needs to convert from there.
And Anderson kicks to Davis. Pass to Rozier. Kicks it out to Richardson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. On defense, Seattle still without a basket in the game. The dish to Capella, feeds it to Bennett. Houston moving it around. And Harden now, top of the key. Screen by Capella. Jacks up a 3, and James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the pass to Richardson. To Anabogu. Richardson dishes to Anderson. Lays it up off the glass.
And the athleticism of Anderson is really impressive. Slashing to the rim with ease. Excellent speed allows him to do that.
Now here's Paul. Screen by Capella. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. Harden's got 6.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Richardson the pass to Anabogu. Anderson outside. Davis against Capella. And Davis puts it in. Here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Screen by Capella. Nobody near Gay. No good on the 3. Here's Rozier. Left side, Davis. Passes to Rozier. Gay against Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Rozier, the pass to Anabogu. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Good on the bucket. Here's Rozier. Anderson outside. To Anabogu, and Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Now here's Paul. He dishes it to Capella. Harden outside. Misses the three. Here's Anabogu. Kicks it out to Richardson. Davis with it, and guarded by Capella. Richardson for three. Doesn't go that time. And it's Houston the other way. Harden kicks to Bennett. He feeds it to Paul. Capella, high post. Harden outside. It's stolen by Davis. Anderson outside. Here's Rozier. Trains the three-pointer. Rozier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Bennett setting the pick for Harden. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Rozier. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Okafor is checked in for Capella. Gordon comes in for Rudy Gay. Harrison's checked in for James Harden. And it's Whitehead in for Paul. They set the pick. Pick by Okafor. Okafor sets the pick for Gordon. Shot off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
Here's Harrison. Here's Bennett. The Rockets again can't hit. And here is Powell. Finney Smith passes to Powell. Here's Rozier. He's got 5. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's Harrison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Gordon from outside. The Rockets again can't hit. Here's Seattle. They're on a 13-5 run. And here's the fast break. Here's Harrison. Another miss by Houston. Seattle leading by 5. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Giles. It's deflected. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. There's the pass to Whitehead. 1:43 left to play in the first. Seattle grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Over to the wing. Pass to Giles. Here's Finney Smith. 4 on the clock. No good on that one. Gordon. Harden with the defensive effort.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Looney kicks to Powell. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Here's Rozier, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Rozier. Rockets trailed by 5. Here's Harrison. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Dishes it to Bennett. Outside, Gordon kicks it to Okafor to halt the run, and it's good on the layup.
That is really outstanding work by Okafor. He's a real talent in the paint.
It's Powell on the wing. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Okafor inside. Drops one in from the wing. And it's now only a 1-point Seattle lead. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Seattle leads by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And let's... They've got Gordon, Harrison out there with Jackson. Then it's Anthony Bennett, and it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now McConnell, shot clock at 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Rockets trail by 3. Here's Harrison. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Bennett setting the pick for Jackson. It's deflected. Here's Looney. He's covered by Bennett. McConnell in the corner. Pass to Giles. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Gordon. Here's Giles. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Reed's got the lead up to 5 now for Seattle.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Jackson kicks to Okafor. The feed to Gordon. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Quick release from Gordon. Like seeing him shoot it as soon as he gets it.
Here's Giles. Covered by Okafor. The dish to Reed. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Shoots over Powell. That doesn't go either for Gordon. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Looney passes to McConnell. Count that one. And Seattle leads by 4.
And, you know, that's good offense there. These are the shots you want to get all the time.
Anderson kicks to Gordon. Unloads from 13. Misses off the right iron.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this quarter.
Pass to McConnell. It's Powell on the wing. Back to McConnell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okafor. Gay comes in for Bennett. James Harden, he's checked in for Andrew Harrison. And it's Paul in for Jackson. Gordon kicks to Paul. Down low, it's stolen by Davis. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Davis with a screen on Harden. Reed dishes to Davis. Good work defensively by Capella.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
You got to respect, and you can't sleep on the passing ability of Harden. Love how he zips it over to open teammates.
Over to the wing. Anderson passes to Davis. Shoots over Capella. Davis kicks to Anderson. Back to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Off the pick. And that one, good.
You know, the screen wasn't that great, but still he got it done. Excellent concentration on the hard finish.
Gay outside. He kicks it to Gordon. Screen by Capella. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. McConnell passes to Davis. McConnell kicks to Reed. Feeds it to Davis. Clock at 4. And it's Davis with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Gay. And it's Gay again missing. Seattle leading by 8. Passes it to Reed. Now here's McConnell. Anderson with the ball. Now here is Reed. Shoots off the step back. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. From downtown, the Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
The pass to McConnell. Back to Davis. Anderson outside. Davis setting the pick for Anderson. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Anderson's got his second bucket.
Man, gotta like the confidence of Anderson inside, showing excellent patience and a nice soft touch near the rim.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
And Seattle making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Harden inside the three-point line. The Rockets again can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Inside, Anabogu.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And here is Paul. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's the screen, and Anderson kicks to Richardson. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Paul outside. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
What a terrific finisher he is for an undersized player. Chris Paul doesn't let anything throw him off.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Dishes it to Richardson. Here's Anabogu. To the paint. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Harden outside. Here's Gay. Here's Capella. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capella has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
And no good. Trying to use the glass.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Richardson kicks to Anderson. Pass to McConnell. Davis sets a screen. A shot by McConnell, no good.
So that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
A shot by Paul, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to McConnell. Here's Anabogu. Anderson outside. There's 1:40 left in the first half of the game. Yep, that one goes.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now Harden. He's got 8. Over in the corner, Paul. They get the rebound. Capella. Great D that time from Davis. Seattle leading by 6. Pass to McConnell. In the corner, it's Richardson. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Paul's got 5 points so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Houston?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Gay with the block.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away with those big hands.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. 3-pointer. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 9 points for Rudy Gay.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Davis with a screen on Gordon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Justin Anderson brings tremendous athleticism. I love that. He's an excellent perimeter defender who just needs to keep improving on offense.
Both free throws good from Anderson. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Seattle ahead, leading by a point. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome, everybody, each and every one of you, to our special NBA postseason halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny checking out Seattle. They've hung tough in what was a closely contested first half. If what we've seen in Game 1 so far is any indication, we're going to have quite a series on our hands. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you. And the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection,
And time now to send you back down to the floor with
Here at the Western Conference Finals as we get things started once more. Here's Roizer, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Seattle, we've got Davis. Rozier's out there with Richardson. Then there's Anderson. And it's Anabogu in at the 4. Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Harden, no good. Seattle leading by 3. Kicks it to Richardson. Davis with a screen on Harden. They set the screen. It's Anderson with the drive. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Rozier kicks to Anderson. To Richardson. Just 4 to shoot. Anderson outside. Shot clock reset for Seattle. Rockets trailed by 5. Paul kicks to Capella. Great D that time from Davis. Capella's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Anderson outside. We're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Anderson slams it in.
And you know, when Anderson is feeling it, when he's in that zone, he looks to shoot it every time.
Here's Paul. 5 points in the game. Harden outside. There's a screen. And here's Gay outside. Kept wide by Houston. Capella dishes to Paul. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Bennett.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Davis. The kick out to Anderson. He dishes it to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Off the pick. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Seattle. Here's Paul. Rebounded by Anabogu.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
To the left side wing. Here's Rozier, defended by Paul. Another shot. No good off the front iron.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away. And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Davis against Capella. Davis, the pass to Rozier. Here's Finney-Smith, 6 to shoot. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And Seattle making a change here. Reed's checked in. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now here's Paul. Defense right on him. Reed against Harden. He feeds it to Bennett. And that one goes long. Seattle leading by 5. Here's Richardson. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden sets the pick for Jackson. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Rozier. Here's Anabogu, guarded by Jackson. Anabogu passes to Rozier. Finney-Smith kicks to Reed. Just 3 to shoot. Pass to Finney-Smith. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Giles checked in for Richardson. Outside Jackson. Gay outside. Screen by Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe. Seattle grabs the miss. Anabogu's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Reed against Harden. And Capella sends it back. They recover it. Here's Rozier. Off target from 3-point range. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. For the Rockets, Okafor is checked in for Capella. Gordon comes in for Rudy Gay. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for James Harden. Pass to Giles, and he banks in the layup. Giles has got the lead up to 12 now for Seattle.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Okafor up top. Pick by Okafor. Here's Jackson. The Rockets with another miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Giles. Here's Rozier. Here's Giles. Pass to Finney-Smith. Off target from 3-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
There's the feed to Reed. Passes it to Rozier. To the inside. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Okafor. Here's Finney-Smith. And Okafor with the block.
Boy, I love the defensive game of Okafor. He's got a wide reach, and that allows him to get to a lot of shots.
Now here's Gordon. He's covered closely. Looking to end the drought. Seattle grabs the miss. Anabogu's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
The Rockets making a switch here. Whitehead's checked in, and then for Seattle. Looney's checked in for Anabogu. Norman Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Terry Rozier. Bennett kicks to Harrison. Kick by Okafor. Here's the dish to Bennett. A three-pointer is right on target. Bennett's got 5 now. Seattle leading by 11. Over to the left wing. Pass to Giles. Over Okafor. To the wing right side. Looney kicks to Reed. Here's Looney. He's covered by Bennett. Looney with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Gordon, and he makes that one. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Reed the pass to McConnell. Back to Reed. And the pass to Looney. He can't get that one. And Houston the other way now. Gordon with it. He's got 5. Pass to Whitehead, expanding his range. Drills it from outside. Whitehead's got it back down to single digits for Houston. And it's Seattle with the ball. McConnell kicks to Powell. Passes it to Looney. Now here's Powell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's Giles missing. Whitehead. That one, no good. And so it's Seattle in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Three quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Trailed by 8. Gordon is out there with Anthony Bennett. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Okafor. And it's Harrison in at the 2-guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Paul outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. Paul's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And Anderson kicks to McConnell. Powell dishes to Davis. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Okafor. There's Harrison, guarded by Powell. And it's McConnell with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
To the left wing. Looney passes to Davis. Anderson against Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Looney. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Harrison. Seattle grabs the miss. Right side Davis. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Seattle?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bennett. Gay comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's James Harden in for Andrew Harrison. And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets trail by 9. To the right side. Call outside. Back to Okafor. Kicks it out to Paul. Picked by Okafor. The 11-footer. No good. Seattle leading by 9. Here's Looney. Pass to McConnell. To the wing on the left. Looney kicks to McConnell. Anderson wide open. They get it back. Richardson. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Houston. That's good from Richardson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Timeout called the Rockets.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Thank you, David. McConnell passes to Looney. Davis setting the pick for Richardson. The pass to Looney, out left to the wing. Here's McConnell, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And Seattle leads by 13.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Gay against Anderson. To end the drought. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Anabogu's checked in for Seattle. Terry Rozier comes in for T.J. McConnell. Rozier kicks to Anderson. And here's Richardson. There's a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Again, the miss by Harden.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Stolen by Harden. Gay outside. Clock at 6. From the line, here's Capella. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Rozier kicks to Anderson. Davis sets a screen. It's Anderson with the drive. Davis dishes to Anderson. And Capella sends it back. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And it's checked in for Houston. Here's Rozier over Bennett, and the basket by Rozier. And Seattle leads by 15. And it's Houston's ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gay kicks to Capella. Banked in off the glass.
You know, Capella's really hard to deal with inside, especially inside. He does a nice job using his size to get that shot off.
Pass to Anabogu. He kicks it to Richardson. Six on the shot clock, and he lays it straight in. Richardson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Paul kicks to Harden. Houston moving it around. To the inside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Seattle leading by 15. Rozier kicks to Richardson. Passes it to Anabogu. Here's Rozier. Feeds it to Anderson. Off on the layup. Here's Houston now. Gay kicks to Harden. Back to Gay. Over Anderson. Gay misses.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Davis, the pass to Anabogu. Good work there as it goes. And Seattle leads by 17.
A smart, decisive pass inside there.
Timeout.
He really made it easy for his teammate.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And he has not been on his game here. He is forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, his value has really come into play at the defensive end. So disruptive as a lockdown defender, forcing all those turnovers. Player of the game almost always goes to someone for their offense, but his D has been the big factor here tonight.
You know, that's how you send a message to open a series. There's always one player who's the difference maker in the playoffs. And I think we found our man. Seattle with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Pass to Rozier. Outside, Davis. Wide open look. Kept alive. Anderson kicks to Richardson. And it's Davis at the elbow. The pass to Anabogu. Here's Rozier, defended by Paul. Inside. The kick out to Anderson. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Richardson against Harden. Looking to get it going. It's hauled in by Richardson. Seattle leading by 17. Pass to Rozier. Here's Anabogu, defended by Paul. Richardson against Harden. There's the pick. Off the pick. No good off the back of the rim. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gay against Anderson. Paul, right side, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Davis with a screen on Gay. 5 on the clock. Tries from the block. Rebounded by Capella. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Down by 15. No good from Gay.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
Anderson outside. Here's Anabogu. Rozier kicks to Richardson. Three-pointer. And it's Rozier missing. 23 seconds left in the fourth. From deep, Harden. Here's Pennant. That one, no good. Here's Rozier, defended by Paul. Passes it to Rozier. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.